Hello everybody, and welcome back to the PC test server with me and Fallen, of course. And today we're taking a look at League Halls. Yes, League Halls. This is something that everybody has been asking for ever since bases came out. Probably even before that. People have been asking for us to have their own watchtower or their own Hall of Doom. And now it's finally coming to the DCUO. It's pretty amazing that we're finally getting this. And to start it off, what the heck is that thing? That, my friends, is how you get your League Hall. Now let me explain a few things first off. The marks and things, the prestige in the PC test server are a lot different than they are going to be in game. Everything has been boosted and certain things have been decreased to make it easier for you to actually get a League Hall immediately. Normally, in the live servers, they said it's going to take you about 2 weeks, and I will put a link in the description to their video so you guys can go watch that if you would like, or you can just sit here and watch me, because why not? You're already here. But yeah, they said it's going to take about 2 weeks for a league to actually get a haul. And the reason for that is there's a weekly limit on how much prestige you can get every week. And as the week goes on and you get closer to your max, your prestige returns from doing missions, putting base items down, making bases, using your power core, all that stuff. It's going to diminish. So you're going to get lower and lower prestige as you go closer to your max. Which makes sense, I suppose. I would like to see it, see leagues be like massive personally. But, and I would also like to see the ability to get a League Hall straight off the bat. I personally, for my league, I would be totally willing to drop some cash to get a League Hall immediately. But that's just me personally. I think this does kind of even it out for everyone, and there's nobody just rushing to the gates and getting one immediately. So it's pretty cool. These are also going to be a big part of DLC 11, link in the description, to their preview live stream of that, which looks very, very cool. Very, very cool. Good start to some future DLC. But first off, I kind of want to show you guys this. Now, unfortunately, because I have things set up, I already have a League Hall, but I'm still going to show you guys right now how this works. So, I'm going to show you this with a different character, just because he doesn't have a league base, and that works out. So when you get over here, you're going to go ahead and open it up. You're going to have to spend prestige to get the League Hall, and that's why they say it's going to take about 2 weeks. Right now it's set to 1 prestige, but I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot since they say it's going to take 2 weeks, so it's going to take 2 full weeks of getting to your full prestige that the league can get. So that's quite a lot to get a League Hall. But it's a huge place. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to request to get a League Hall so we can have a League Hall. Now, currently, the only environment is Lunar, but they have plans to add different environments later on in the future. And they won't be to buy. They will be just openly for everyone, since this is an everyone thing. And since it's for your entire league, it seems like it'd be rough for one person to have to pay for specific styles. But that doesn't mean they might not sell something. So keep your guys' eyes out. For the terrain, there's 2 different types of terrains. You can have sea, or you can have crater. Both of them look very cool. I like them both. This one kind of shows you the whole planet, where this one is kind of like tucked into a crater. And the coolest thing about this is these locations that you can put your League Hall at are all actual locations marked on the moon. Actual names for actual places on the moon. Sea of Serenity, Tranquility, Showers, Clouds, Crisis, Crisis? whatever, islands. So they're all pretty cool. And then Crater, there's the Copernicus, Grimaldi, Kepler, Plato, Stevinus, Tycho. I'm just wrecking these names today. But that's basically how you get it. And then once you get it, you say yes, create your league hall, and then you can go directly to your league hall. Alrighty, so now that you've seen how to get your league hall, let's show you how to get in there. Now there's a couple different ways you can get in. The main way is in every wing of the watchtower there is the same setup, and you can use this teleporter which will take you to your league hall. Another way is if you have a teleporter in your base, there is a teleporter mod that allows you to go to your league base and other league bases that you have access to. Yes, you can have access to other people's league bases, which is also very cool. So if you have another league that you often raid with, or you're very good friends with, or perhaps you had an old league that you still talk to, you guys could share league halls, and it's pretty cool. So, that's kind of a nice feature that other people can access yours. It's not strictly limited to your league, and you can do that. And it's also kind of a big feature of DLC 11. If you don't have a league hall, or if you're in a group of other people and they also have league halls, they will kind of choose between your guys' league hall, and you'll be able to enter that one for certain raids in that DLC. But let's enter, because I know that's what you guys are wanting to see. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the Hall of Testing. Ooh, listen to that music. Ooh. I like it. I like it. It's got a really nice DC Comics feel to it. I like the music. Personally, I thought that was a great touch when entering, you know, bases always have the music. You really need something triumphant for entering in a league hall. But I, personally, I would have some other music. Alright, everybody, so if I could choose the music, this is what I think it should sound like. Alright, we gotta get ready. Get pumped up for this. Alright, let's get in there. Yeah! Now that's the kind of music I would like to hear. Very triumphant. But I still do like the original one. Oh, look at that. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful, everyone. This was literally the one thing I was so excited for, except for one other thing, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But look at that view. And you can have a different view if you choose craters. This is currently seas, so you get to kind of look out across the plains of the moon and see everything. It is just a magnificent view. And look at this place! Oh my god, it's massive! It's not as big as the Watchtower, granted, but it's huge. Just the rooms are just gigantic, which is, I don't know, it's almost terrifying. I mean, just look at this place. Wow. So first off, before we go to any of the wings, I want to show you guys off these statuaries. Now, the statuaries are basically like the Hall of Heroes. It shows achievements that people have done, and these will change depending on who's in the lead, which is a really great way to kind of show off people's talents, people's skills, what people are really good at, and kind of award and commend those people for being so great at what it is. And there's a ton of different things that you can put in here. For instance, let me run on over to one of these empty ones. So before you can actually do anything, you have to unlock statuaries. In here, they cost 10,000 prestige. I don't know if that's going to change, if it's going to be lower, if it's going to be higher in the actual servers. They could change, but as far as I know right now, they're 10,000 prestige, which seems like a lot, but we'll have to see what the returns are on prestige in the live servers to do this. So, let's go ahead and unlock this bad boy. Ooh, statutory unlocked. Or statuary, not statutory. No, statuary. So, there's a lot of different things that you can set these as. Now, there are limited number of statuaries in your league hall, but there's a lot of different things that you can set it as. You can change them weekly if you want to. It's really up to you guys what you want to do. There's a lot, like broke the broker, which is, you know, who's selling the most stuff on the broker. Flexible, whether swapping a few items or a dozen different powers. They always knew how to get the upper hand. So that's kind of cool. These are all kind of the way they're stated, unless you can just easily tell what they are, is they're kind of, they're not, they kind of beat around the bush, honestly, about exactly what it is. So this one, what I get from it is swapping gear and changing your loadout, I suppose. People that do that more often, so maybe people that use armories a lot for that one. Latest and greatest, always chasing the latest trends in fashion and gear. They can never be satisfied with the same old thing, so people that are always getting new gear, getting all the styles, things like that, I'm guessing. Lifestyle obsession, new or used, large or small, it doesn't matter, they bought it, brought it home, and found a space for it. So people that do like a lot of base items. Racer, it's pretty obvious. Reclaimers, they just couldn't ignore those pangs of sentimental regret after selling their old gear. So people, I guess, that reclaim items after they've sold it. Interesting one. Seen, not heard. They were always around, but never felt the need to say much. So people, I guess, that are quiet. Sir Gesture a lot. Social butterfly. Active combatant. What is this one? PvE. It's a tireless and determined. They never stop putting the pressure on their enemies. Avenge the fallen. When their companions fell, they made sure the enemy paid the price. Wrecker, Destroyer, Healer, Heroic Stand, Items of Power, Life of the Party, Lone Contributor, Maximize Potential, Master of Distraction, On Point, Power Healer, Time Efficient, We Are a Crowd, Annihilator, Arena Champion, Buy heroes for heroes, clean up crew, come on, there's a lot of these things. Just a lot of them. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you guys can have quite a few different things here. So let's go ahead and pick one. Let's say Heroic Stand. They sacrifice themselves to save their friends. And there's multiple different colors of stone. I will show you those as we go through the league hall. But there's dark stone, there's bronze, there's silver, there's gold, there's light stone. Those are the current ones. They were talking about in the live stream that in the future they could add many more to this of any type of material, honestly. So that seems really cool. The fact that maybe they can make them out of lava, or they can make them out of glass, which Jens didn't seem too excited about, but maybe they could. Or crystal. Any really thing. I guess in the DCUO they could make it out of metal. Just metal? I don't know. But you can pretty much put these as anything. So why don't we go ahead and show you guys off the gold. Except... ooh yeah, look at that. Look at that man there. Yeah, I only have me in the league, unfortunately. I was hoping to have more people on here, but you know what? I don't mind having an entire league hall dedicated to Fallen. He deserves it. He doesn't get the limelight. Let's go ahead and do another one. Why not? We'll unlock that. Another 10,000 prestige. MVP? Sure, why not? Let's make it out of Darkstone. Why not? Why not? Let's show off that one. And these have different poses. You can change the poses. I'll show you guys that. And you can change the style of what your character's wearing in that one. So if you have a particular way that you want it to look, you can definitely do that. So this here is the Darkstone, of course. This is the gold, which is very, very nice. Everyone likes a little bit of gold. This is the bronze. I do kind of like the bronze. One thing to mention is everything on the podium for that particular statuary will be all the same color. So you can't have like gold in the middle for number 1, silver for number 2, and bronze for number 3. It's all going to be the same color. So really, whatever you feel like you want the colors in your league hall to be, definitely is up to you. So that's that one there. Get this guy here in silver. Got some more silver, some more bronze. This here is the light stone. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's a bit more ancient, I guess, looking. It looks nice. Gold again. And then the Darkstone. The Darkstone, I will say, is a little bit hard to see your character. Like, you know, who it might be. So maybe that's something for them to work on. Or maybe, you know, something for you to decide if you actually want Darkstone. But yeah, I mean, the metals look fantastic. You can see everything. Now, this is my favorite room. I don't know why. I guess it's because I like gigantic screens. And this room has gigantic screens. There's really not much that can be done in here other than accessing the panel, which I'll show you guys in a moment. But yeah, this is all just kind of like color background stuff. But I really like it because it's amazing looking. Probably a room that I will hang out a lot in just because it's very, very cool. So before we show you some of the other rooms, I know you guys are probably just dying to see all the other rooms, but I do want to show you a few things. This here is the control panel. Just like your base, you can access it to access your league hall and do things with it. So your decoration mode, relocate the base, rename the base. I named the base halls of testing. With anything in the game, it can only be 2 words. It can't be 3 words, so you gotta squish it all together. You can pick up all the base items in your league hall. It's up to you, really. Save statuary. You keep saying that. Statuary appearance. Very cool. And set base permissions. This is if you want to add certain people to allow them in, or certain leagues to allow them in, you can let them do that. You can have them enter your base, use your amenities. Probably a standard that you would do for everyone. But the one thing that I'm worried about with the bases, or with the league halls, is just look how massive this room is. Now, you use base items to fill this area. But the thing about base items is base items are meant for bases, not league halls. Now, they have expanded the amount of items you can have in a league hall out to, I think it was 700 items, which is a lot of items. But still, let me just show you guys a few things here. So, this here is a weapon rack. A military gun rack. It looks alright in here. Yeah, it does. And certain items will look pretty good in here. But other items do not look so good. Particularly a light bulb. So let's just get a reference on that light bulb. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Yeah. really tiny. This is a big place, guys. This one room here could probably fit a good amount of the 700 items in it alone. And I mean, you could add so much stuff. Let me just show you guys where you can put everything. You can put stuff a lot of places. You can put it on the floor. You can put it on the wall. Well, not that wall. The walls. Put it on these walls. You can put it on the ceiling. You can't put it over the glass, of course. You can put it in a lot of places. I don't know why you can't put it there. I think it's because, actually, this area right here you can't do anything with, which kind of does bother me, because you could totally put some chairs around here. I'm just saying. Put some office chairs in here. Makes it much more comfortable. You can put a lot of stuff. You can put stuff over the lights if you want. So, I mean, there's a lot of space to put things in the League Hall. And I just feel like the current items aren't going to fill the space properly. Because, I mean, look at this massive computer, and you're going to have little items everywhere. Personally, it just doesn't work out for me in my mind. So what I would like to see them have is League base items, League Hall items. Items specifically meant to fit in your League Hall. Gigantic items. That I think would make sense to me. You can add items, like base items, to the inventory. You can have them anywhere in the League Hall. But I just feel like they're too small at the moment. It's a huge, massive place. And they're just not going to cut it. Most of your League Hall is probably going to be empty, honestly. Just, not empty. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here currently. I mean, just walking through here, there's a lot of things already to look at. But it's going to be empty of individual items. So, that way is the teleporters. This way is the command center. Let's take a look at the map really quick. So, yeah. So this is the command center. These are the teleporters and the observation room where you can look out across the moon at Earth. Very cool look to it. And then you have the statuary halls in between here and there. To the left is the data core, which houses the mailboxes, and then below that is the power core that has the R&D and your power core console. We'll visit that last. To the right of me is the storage facility that houses the donation boxes and the league bank. And beyond that is the sparring targets and the security wing, which is very cool. So let's head down that way so I can show you guys that. Now, the fill up space, they have added these really cool, it's almost like a vista view, basically. You have these rooms, you can't access them, but it does give your League Hall a bit more filling. You see people walking around, NPCs doing things in your League Hall, so you know that it's alive, and it's not just a dead zone for any reason. Now, these are the League Banks. The League Banks are basically where anyone who has access to it can add tradable items to the League Bank. So if you have a specific, generator mod, or you have soda colas that you want to give to the rest of the league, or you have tons of exabytes or exabits that you just want to get rid of, anything that's tradable, you can put it in here. And that includes tradable gear. You can put in here to help out other players if you would like to. And you can have up to 3 league banks. And then these can be expanded out for more prestige to be larger, which is also very cool. Probably shouldn't be spending that, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get some more prestige in just a second. This is the donation area. The donation area is very cool. This is a way for your league to get more prestige without actually doing things more. That's the right word. To do more alerts, raids, things like that. If you have tons of extra gear, you can donate them. Basically what you do is you dematerialize them and get prestige from it, which is called tribute. You give tribute to the league, and they get, in turn, more prestige. Now, I don't know if these numbers are correct. They might be different in the actual live servers. So these prestige numbers that you're seeing below each item on the right-hand side could change. This stuff is, all the blue stuff here is from Gotham Under Siege, whereas the purple stuff is from the War of the Light Mogo Command Center. So yeah, you get prestige for each item. You can sell them basically to the league, get prestige. It's very cool. Now, donating things, you can donate base items. They're all worth 2 prestige each. No more, no less. That's what it is. That's what you get for them. And once you do that, you get in the decorations. You can look at all the decorations that are available in the League Hall. If you have access, you should have access to the donation boxes, whether or not. To be able to use the decorations, that's a different story, and I'll show you guys that in a minute as well, to be able to do that. So the donation boxes are very cool. You can get a lot of extra prestige from items that you don't need. And I know a lot of the older raids, you get a lot of stuff that you don't need, and you get a lot of duplicates, and really the only thing to do is sell it to a NPC, shop, or to delete it. And so this is a good use for those items. Quickly, I just want to touch on base permissions for your league, in your league management. And this has changed a lot, which is very, very cool. So you'll have the message of the day, of course, as you usually do, but it also tell you your prestige that you've contributed in the last cycle, and your lifetime prestige contributed it to the league. It'll show you how much the league has in prestige currently, so that's very cool, and it'll tell you how long you've been a member. Now, the roster is going to tell you everybody that's in the league. Now, unfortunately, I don't have anybody in the league, but it'll basically show you the same type of things. And then you can also do the extended view, which will show you even more about that person. So, normally you'll see level, combat rating, their PvP combat rating, their current location, if they're online, when they were last online, of course, and their rank in the league currently. If you click them, you'll get to see that same information, where they are, how long they've been a part of the league. You'll also get to see their power type, their skill points, their movement mode, their lifetime prestige, and their prestige that they've contributed in the last cycle. So that's very, very cool. That's really going to help out leagues that want to sort their players, their league mates out into specific ranks, so that it's a lot easier to see who's online, who can do what. And so that's going to be pretty awesome. The log will show you everything that's happened in the league hall currently. Events, prestige events, item events, things like that. And then ranks. This has changed a bit. You still have the current levels here, of course. You can change them except for the leader, because the leader cannot be changed, thank goodness. But other ones, you can change it. The current things that we have in the game is voice chat, invite member, remove member, edit modded, and the edit permissions, of course. But now you have the ability to say, can they spend prestige? Can they be a League Hall admin? Can they do the decoration in the League Hall? And can they access vaults? Can they withdraw from vaults? It's pretty cool, and it's gonna take a little fiddling around to decide what you guys want to do for your particular league. So that's the ranks and everything. So let's continue on in the League Hall. So we're heading down to the security wing, where you have these prison cells. I think that's a parademon. Parademon! Don't you walk away from me. But yeah, you have these little cells that contain people. Very, very cool. And here in the PC test server, these change a lot for who's going to be inside of it. So I don't know if that's going to be a normal thing, that it's just going to kind of change whoever's in there, or if in fact there's going to be people. I would imagine there would be. You can see there's security wing guys in there. Those cells, the big cells that you can see there, will actually hold bigger baddies inside there. I haven't seen so many times, but I have seen like the giant trees, the oak guardian, whatever they're called, poison ivy's guys inside there, and they're pretty big. They're wandering around inside there. So that's for the bigger baddies, the more dangerous ones. But the main reason that you have this wing is for sparring. Yes, if you want to test out your skills, you got sparring targets in here. You have 2 on that side, 2 at the front, 1 on either side here. Then on the right side you have 3 targets, so you could do a 3-target thing. See how your abilities work on those guys. And then over here you have 8 targets. Oh my god. So you can see how your ability would deal with these guys. See how much damage you could do between them. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. You get to have these sparring targets, you get to see these baddies inside the cells, which is really nice to see inside the league hall. So let's continue the tour to the other side of the league hall. We're gonna go over to the server bank, I think it was called. Let's look at the map really quick. Let's look at this. The data core. That's where we're going. The data core. So let's head on over to the data core. In the data core, not a whole lot, but mailboxes. Lots and lots of mailboxes. So you guys will never run out of room for your league to get their mail. And of course, they have this really cool kind of inner look. You can see scientists walking around and look at all these data cores inside of there, all your servers basically for the entire league hall. It's a very cool look. I really wish you could kind of go in there and kind of walk around. I feel like that'd be a really nice thing. But it's still very nice to have these internal looks at things. So it gives your league base a little bit more livelihood to it. Now, this room here is the power core. And the power core is a very important room. Look at that. Look at that view. Look at all that power. And look at those guys. They're handling all that stuff for us. We don't need to handle that. They got that under control. So that's cool. But main thing, you got crafting benches here, which is always nice to have in your league hall. And then you have this. This is your power core console. What is your power core console? It gives you proficiencies. What are proficiencies? Proficiencies are basically buffs to your entire league. Now, this is something that's going to be very important to your league, and it's going to help every single person in your league. It does cost prestige, and it might be something that you want to discuss with your league, what you want to do, what you want to spend your prestige on particularly. Now, these will last 30 days. They have talked about ones being added to this that might last longer than 30 days, that might last less than 30 days, so it can change. But for instance, damage out increases the league's damage out by 3%. As far as I know, you can't stack these. So let's see, let's say train proficiency. Yeah, you can't have more than one. You're already trained in that. So currently the league gets an extra 3% damage output, which is nice. Healing output, there's particular ones that are going to help particular roles in here. So you know, you're healing out. That's going to help healers heal the league better. health. That's probably going to help the tank, but it's going to help everyone, really. Power and supercharge. That's going to help the league be able to use that. And their supercharge is going to be increased by 5%, so that's very cool. Your might and precision helps everyone. Power received, that's really nice for a controller. Makes the league get more power quicker. Healing received, so on and so forth. So these are pretty cool. They're just minor buffs, but they do help the league greatly. And you can come in here and you can reset those once they expire if you have the prestige points. So that's something to look for and something to talk to your league about what you think will help everyone and, you know, come to an agreement. Or if you just want to be the sole commander and decide yourself, you can do that as well. But those are pretty much all the rooms in the league hall. It's very cool. Like I said, there's certain things that I'm still worried about. The only thing I can really show you guys lastly is you can change the color of it, and that's what everybody wants to know. Can you change the color of your league hall? Definitely. Why couldn't you? And of course, it's got the same 3-color palette. So let's see, what is this one? This one's the main walls. Let's do nice. Get a nice. I want more of a hot pink. Yeah, let's do that one, and then let's say we want a nice dark blue for those, and then we'll do a nice green. Why not? Green's always nice. Wow, isn't that the ugliest league hall ever? But I am totally satisfied with that. So, thank you guys for joining me to take a look at league halls, to look at the new ranking systems, and I really hope you guys will enjoy this. I am so excited for this, and I have been just aching to get my hands on it, to touch it, to feel it, to think about it, and I'm excited for the future of this, and I'm excited for the future of everything else in the DCUO. So I will see you all next time.